Good morning.
We are on an epic year-long road trip to visit yarn stores in all 50 states. While every day on the road looks a little bit different, I've started to develop a knitting routine that works well for me. So no matter what's going on, I can get my daily stitches in. I've just finished up my morning knitting block, which I call knitting and reading, because that's exactly what I'm doing. Arguably the most important knitting time of the day. So I typically get up anytime between 5 and 7 a.m., depending on what we're doing, usually 2 to 2.5 hours before we have to leave and go somewhere, because I like to get ready slowly. Then I come back into the van and I make my coffee, I make my breakfast, and then climb back into bed so I can have this 30 minutes of time just to myself. I set a timer, I get my knitting project, I get all set up, and then I sit for 30 minutes and I knit and read, and it's an amazing time. So currently I am working on a sock. This is the second sock of the pair. I started this sock when I was reading the last book from the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, because this colorway from Desert Vista Dye Works is called A Court of. And so my original plan was I'm just going to work on it while I read the book. Well, I finished the book and I hadn't yet finished the socks. So then I started reading another book by Sarah J. Maas, and I'm like, okay, I'll just work on it while I'm reading Sarah J. Maas books. But then I finished that one yesterday. I've just started a new book. I read a lot on my Kindle. Sometimes I read physical books too, but right now I am reading Remarkably Bright Creatures. I just started it last night. Seems a little bit sad. A little bit too much like real life, so we'll see. I'm warming up to it. I'm not very far in at all. But I decided I'm not going to save these socks anymore for just working on or just reading Sarah J. Maas books. I'm just going to finish them because they've been a lingering whip for a while. So for my morning knitting, I usually just choose something that's really simple, really easy. It's either something that has ribbing or stockinette so that I can do it while I'm actually reading. So this will be the project for a while, but then I kind of want to get myself narrowed down to fewer projects just for the matter of space here in the van, but then also just having a manageable number of whips. So now that my day is off to an amazing start, it's time to get everyone up and get moving out. Kent's getting gas and I'm getting my on the road project out. So we have just a few hours of driving today and several different stops. We're going to stop at the state capitol because we like to do that. There might be a stadium that Kent wants to stop at, and we're going to go to a yarn store, and then hopefully we'll get to our campground early today, like around 1 or 2 o'clock. So this is my easy knitting right now. It is the Manhattan Hat by Tori Yu. And it is perfect because it is just knitting in the round, 1x1 rib. So it's been great for knitting on the road if I need another morning knitting project, or even at night if I am just really tired and I don't want to work on something else. This has been fantastic. So I'm actually getting really close to needing to work the crown decreases on it. So I'm going to measure it out, see how far I have to go. Looks like I only have 1.5 inches or so left to do. So hopefully I can get that done on our drive this morning. What's that? That sounds exciting.
I think just else just drove in.
Well, we've just stopped for an oil change because it's about that time. We're in Wyoming right now, but we're actually going to be in Nevada in just a couple of days. What was our mileage, Kit?
Almost 34,000.
Almost 34,000 miles. So we just like to stay on top of things. Normally I would take advantage of this time to like check some emails or do some work, but we have a block of time for that later in the day since we are going to a campground. So I'm just getting in some extra stitches. You know what? I think I'm going to add in a marker to my hat so that I know I can measure from like the top 1.5 inches, so I know when I'm getting close. Never mind, somebody needed to come into my lap. So the address that I gave them is not a post office. It says post office on Google, but it's actually not. It's like another business, and some guy came and picked up one of the packages this morning. So let's go to this address and see if I can get my packages. Okay, well, we got the packages. They got sent to somebody's house because I need to do a better job researching the post office next time, even though it did come up as a post office. So I'm gonna put a Google review that says not a post office. We finally made it to the yarn store today. We're gonna go to Cowbo Yarns in Laramie. I think we got 1.5 hours down the road in like 2.5 hours with all the different stops that we made. And I've probably done 1 inch on my hat, so that's pretty good. I had a little bit of work to do. I had a Zoom, I was doing some stuff on my phone, I was mailing packages. So I would say all in all, not bad. Let's go check out the yarn store. Cowbo Yarn was awesome. If you ever come to Laramie, maybe if you're going to school here, your kids in school here, you're driving through on I-80, I would definitely recommend stopping. The entire town is so cute. There's so many cute little stores. Right next to the yarn store, there was a used bookstore / coffee shop and tea. There was also a chocolate place. We didn't go into any of these because we were just here for the yarn store, but it was very, very cute. I ended up getting a locally dyed yarn from Cheyenne, and the colorway is dyed just for the store, and it is inspired by the Cowboys, the college that's here. And then Lori was so sweet. She was so helpful. They're celebrating 19 years in business, which is just incredible, and she gifted me this bag. They have a bunch of different colors. It's got short handles, it's got a long handle, it looks like it's got pockets on the inside. Anyway, I thought this could probably work for my blanket, so that is very exciting. We are now figuring out what we want to do for lunch, but the last big travel haul of the day is we have an hour and a half to drive to our campground, right? Mm-hmm. And then once I get to the campground, I've got some work to do. We made it to our campsite for the night, and every day is different in the van. There's not really a perfect routine, but we do kind of have these micro routines, I kind of like to call them. Like when we get to a campsite, we have a routine that we do. So Kent just went inside to check in. I'm going to take Toaster to the dog park in just a second because it's going to start raining here even worse soon. But I did finish the 12.5 inches I needed to do on my hat. So I just need to try it on. So I thought we'd do that real quick. Let's take off this hat and try this one on. So it still has a crown that I have to do. Let me see. It's supposed to be a double brim, so I don't know exactly how much I'm going to fold it up. Oh yeah. I think this is good. It's going to add like another 2 inches, it said. I think that works. I think we're going to be doing the crown here later tonight. Always takes a minute to get settled, so I've just finished putting all the shades up in the front. Kent typically works on things outside of the van while I work on things inside the van. We have not put this bed up in 3 days, which is very unusual for us. It's just been a busy last few days. Normally, at some point, it's not always in the morning, but at some point every single day, we convert it from bed mode to like lounge, work, hang out mode and vacuum and do all that stuff. So I need to do a little bit of cleaning. Right, buddy? There's stuff everywhere. We are pretty much nice and tidy now. There's a few more things I need to do, but the most important thing right now is getting laundry in before this storm comes. So I'm hoping I can get it, all of our clothes, towels. I might wait on towels until the morning, because I want to clean the floor and then I want to be able to wash those towels. So yeah, I need to figure that out, but at least get some clothes, laundry in before the storm starts and go get some quarters from the office before they close at 5. I made it back in time, beat the rain. It's still not raining, and that's good. But now we are into the work part of our day. It's different every single day, but no knitting is going to be happening for a little bit. I've got about an hour before I'm on an Instagram Live, so I'm going to try to cram in as much admin as I can get done. But then after that, I'm going to be Zooming with my friend Amy, and I want to continue working on this hat. And since I'm at the decreases, I thought it might be smart to go ahead and look up what I need to do. So that way, when we're chatting, I can focus on chatting with her and not stressing about what I need to do. So I thought I might go ahead and just do one round of the decreases. I haven't even looked. So crown shaping, you have 2 options, either inside out with knit decreases or right side out with purl decreases. Whichever you choose, your end result is the same. So I will probably just do the purl decreases. Wait, did I read that right? Decreases, because I think that will be pretty neat. So I'm just going to sort that out real quickly and then do a little work, and we'll be into our evening portion of knitting. I've just finished Zooming with my friend Amy, and we chatted for a long time, like over 2 hours, and I have just gotten to the point where I'm doing the final decrease round of the hat, which is very exciting, but we're gonna put it away for a minute. Ken has been cooking dinner over here. He's just gone to get ready for bed, so let me show you what he made. We have some mac and cheese and peas that are just kind of warming back up, and then sausage that I need to mix in here. This is one of our favorite like easy dinners, is a box of mac and cheese, a can or bag of peas, and then sausage. Super easy to make, super easy for us to clean and eat quickly. Hi there, buddy. You hungry? I think first I'm gonna go ahead and get this back into bed mode so we can relax. We'll turn on some TV, get our dinner, and I'm gonna switch over to my evening project. Well, as soon as I finish that one, switching over to some crochet. It is almost the end of the day. I've had my dinner. I'm now ready to have some pie, blueberry that we got the other day. And I am settling into my evening project. So I usually do switch projects for the evening. I would typically, if we got to sit down earlier, start it a little bit earlier, because I don't like to do anything too complicated at night, but I do kind of reserve this for my larger, more long-term project. I thought I was going to work on my yarn that I got today and add it to my hexie blanket, but I am just not feeling in the mood to do that today. So instead, I am going to work on my other crochet blanket. And how pretty is this bag? This is one of the things I got in the mail today that was almost lost forever. My friend Bethany has just started making these beautiful bags, and she sent me one as a sample. She is the Wandering Pearl, and we'll have things up soon, but it's got a really nice big bottom, and it has pockets, and then there's like 3 pockets inside. It has a big drawstring at the top that you could then like fold down in. It's perfect for any size project really, but the start of a blanket, it's like perfect for that as well. So I am working on the Blanket of Knowledge, which is a subscription program from Hot Springs Fiber Co. And I also just got my April yarn. That was the other thing. That is like under this bed right now, so I will show that on the podcast, or if I haven't already. But I am learning all of these crochet stitches that I've never done before. So this one down here, I think we're looking at the wrong side. Here we go. This one down here is the star stitch, and then this one's called like the love knot or something. Anyway, I'm really proud of myself for learning these stitches. So I have just placed, you know what? I don't think I put my crochet hook in here, so I'm gonna have to find that. But I think I'm gonna work on this at least for a little while, finish up the hat, and then that's gonna be it for tonight. I'm already really tired. It's after 9 o'clock. I'm pretty sleepy, so after I work on this for a bit, I'll probably be going to bed. I'm a much better morning and daytime person, but I like to get a little crochet in my day. It's healthy, right, Toaster? I didn't last long. That's it. It's bedtime. This has been the daily knitting routine. Good night.